What's up, guys? My name's KhaoticK, back at you guys a little one today, coming at you guys with another video about the euphoria of a said substance. And the said substance in this video is going to be Bretazenil. Now, I found out this one was actually pretty euphoric because of the anxiety suppression and also because of the, euphoria inducing kind of like, relieving effect that it had. Anyways, it was basically just because it's very euphoric. It blocks, all of your anxiety, and it's actually a lot more sociable. This one is a lot more of a sociable benzo analog, which makes it all the more worth it to do. Obviously not abuse, but, just to do. Don't abuse it. Please don't take my word on that. Please use it for, sporadic reasons. Don't be using it habitually. Habitually leads to addiction. So you don't want an addiction. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay hot, stay lifted. Let me know what you guys are smoking up or whatever you guys are on. Let's get into the video. So without further ado, I'm going to get into exactly how this said substance produces its euphoria. So it's because it's a lot more of like a sociable benzo analog. This one, however, can fuck you up in the right dose, but I actually found it to be very, very relieving. And it's more euphoric in the way where you could actually be active on this said substance, so you won't look too stupid. However, it still produces the same typical, benzo after effects or whatever. The half-life on this one is a little higher, I believe, and, it's just pretty nice, honestly. And compared to, like Bretazenil is actually stronger than this, I would say. But like I said, this one in particular, because it actually doesn't fully like hit the benzo receptor, it actually doesn't fully hit it. It only agonizes it. So like I said, it's just a lot more of a active benzo. You're not going to be so trashed out on it if you're taking in like, a normal therapeutic dose and actually have anxiety. It's going to actually enable you to be a good person or like a normal person. And this one didn't really have any weird aggression kind of like producing these side effects like Xanax or some of those other potent RC benzos. This one in particular just is honestly kind of weak, and honestly it kind of works out for it because like I said, you won't have to look fucked up. You could actually get away with being on this shit. So in that way, it's actually euphoric because it allows you to do, I guess, whatever you're holding out on, or say if you had to go somewhere to some event, hey, you're gonna look pretty sober, I would say, as long as you have somewhat of a tolerance, like in the way where how downers affect you. And basically you could fight it. Basically if you're fucked up all the time, where you've been there, done that, pretty sure you've known how to at least try to act sober, right? So as long as you act sober on this substance, even though you're not, that's enough to actually look sober, because this one doesn't really affect your speaking. It doesn't make you act too stupid. All it does is really relax you, honestly. And like I said, that's fucking euphoric because you're over here having a good time, and no one knows that you're on this substance because you're not too high. And that being said, yeah, it's just like, if you ever need this to like balance out a stimulant too, it just adds to the, relaxation. It allows you to not get too overstimmed. No one likes to be overstimmed, so it helps with that. Helps with fucking muscle tension, obviously. Really, really well, actually. And like I said, this one just has less side effects, so yeah, you won't have to really be abusing it. It's a lot more like akin to gabapentin or, pregabalin, I guess I would say. Never done pregabalin, can't really say, but I would assume it's very similar. But yeah, like I said, it's just not a full agonist to the benzo receptor, which really helps its sociable profile, its social profile of a substance. This one would be good for like a preliminary like party kind of drug, like not in the way where you're gonna get too high, but like this thing would ease you into a big party or something, somewhere where maybe your tensions would be a little higher than usual. It would help you just feel a lot better. Or, maybe you've had some pain, maybe you woke up kind of feeling off and shit. This one would actually remove that. But yeah, don't get it wrong. In the right dose, this shit could fuck you up. I remember the first time I took it, it actually really got me fucking high. And it didn't feel sociable, but now, I don't know what it is. I guess I have a bit of a tolerance. Shit, man. Or set tolerance. It doesn't really get me high now, so I don't really use it. But like I said, it's not really meant to get high. It's meant to just relieve. So the relieving effect of this substance is very high. That's why it's euphoric. It's just very, very useful, productive using. It allows you to like just ease into your body. And if you have ADHD, honestly, I think it helps tone down the hyperactivity and allows you to focus. So a lot of that is probably GABA down regulation over time. I think that actually plays into ADHD as well. You never know. I don't know if they've ever fully studied it, but you never know. There could be other pathways in the brain that a certain chemical is imbalanced, and we don't know yet. So I would assume ADHD has something to do with the GABA system as well, and probably the dopamine related to the GABA system, most importantly. Because I've noticed whenever I've used and abused benzos and like GHB and all of these other weird, GABA using, substances, they've all contributed to worse and worse ADD. So like, however, like it changed from ADHD to ADD, but then it goes back to ADHD, because then when you're off of that shit, you get like a whole like acute withdrawal, but like you feel super fucking, not like comfortable, and you feel weird, and it makes sense that it would probably worsen the symptoms of that disorder because of the, dopamine producing effects of benzos. Yeah, I wouldn't, doubt it. So yeah, like I said, I've noticed my dopamine receptors being hit quite heavily after using benzos, and yeah, not a good thing. And that goes for a lot of drugs. I'm starting to notice just shit's starting to add up, it's just crazy. Yeah. No kidding, man. When you get older and start using drugs, still, it's not fun. You start noticing a lot more worse things, and it really helps to get you off of it. But that's for the non-true addicts. Like I said, some people have real problems, but only the people that can really listen to their body can stop. So yeah, please, if you need more assistance on addiction or whatever, please join my harm reduction server. Let us know what's going on, man. We will help you get you to the right source, and you don't have to face any discrimination at all. We have all like-minded people. Anyways, so back to the euphoria of Bretazenil. So yeah, this one's pretty interesting. Like I said, I've never really done a benzo that was only a partial agonist. Probably the first time I've confirmed that it was a partial agonist. I've always done full-on agonists, and this one just produces a little more euphoria. I think it's because it hits actually a lot more GABA receptors or something. You got to look it up. I'm not quoting anything, so don't take my word for it. But, if I find something, I might leave it on the screen. But anyways, yeah, Bretazenil has a lot more pathways in the brain, I think, hitting a lot more different GABA receptors. So that also produces a little more euphoria, I would just say. And that being said, yeah, it's just really, really good sociable benzo analog. And I don't know what analog it's from. I forgot, but again, I'll leave it on the screen if I can find that. But anyways, this drug is fun, but don't get it wrong. It can always be addicting, obviously, and it's still addicting, let's be honest. So yeah, if you're prone to addiction with these substances, please don't ever try it. Don't take my word for it. Just learn from the video, I guess. Do not ever actually intend on using. So please do not do that, and you should be safe, okay? Because the grips of addiction with any benzo, even if it's a partial agonist, let's be honest, that's just gonna make you feel like, oh, now I could take it more, right? It's not a full benzo analog. It's not a full benzo agonist. No, don't take anything as an excuse to use more. Exactly. So like, please, like, it will turn from habitual use to addicting. It's just gonna happen. So always only use it on the weekends. Let's say if you just use it on the weekends, it's not a bad thing. That's like once or twice a week, but any more than that is not fun. Okay, do not fall into the grips of addiction, and don't even do that, because then that whole shenanigan there is gonna add up, and then you start doing it 4 times a week, and then 6 times a week, then every day. So again, it's all about the habit. Your body's gonna want to use more the more it's using it, so it just makes sense. So please don't ever abuse it, and know that you should only use it sparingly, and it's fun to have these chemicals on hand if shit goes south, if shit hits the fan, it's good to have it on hand. Anyways, but yeah, so let me know down in the comments if you guys have ever had experience with Bretazenil. I haven't really heard a lot of people using it. I think most people are skipping it. I don't really know, but let me know if you ever tried. I really am interested in that. And coming from me, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Again, it's not really to be used for getting high. That would be like bromazolam and those other, pyrazolam, and then those kind of like analogs. But this thing in particular is just very, very, productive kind of inducing. It's not really meant to be abused, but obviously I think this shit could probably get you high as fuck. And I do remember it being pretty euphoric when I was pretty high on it. So again, contributed probably it hitting a lot more benzo receptors and not being a full agonist. So it doesn't really tranquilize your brain. You're a little more awake, and probably might be producing more dopamine. I don't know. These are all opinions and, rumors. So anyways, yeah, stay high stability, y'all. And I hope you guys, join the harm reduction server down in the description and on the top of my channel when you view it. I have it as a link. But anyways, yeah, give it a try. Don't abuse it. Don't take my word for it. And actually, don't give it a try. Don't fucking take that as a serious thing. Anyways, yeah, stay high stability again. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. Peace.